Hello everyone. Today I'm going to take a look at the N-400 file online for the application for naturalization or the application for citizenship. First thing I'm going to do is go to Google and type in USCIS N-400. That will take us to the N-400 application for naturalization page, and you'll see right in the beginning, file online now. This is pretty new. So click on that and this will bring you to the sign in or create a new account page. So if you go ahead and create a new account, you will have to put in your email here and then sign up. Okay, so I already did that, but what will happen is after you put your email in and you sign up, you're going to get a confirmation email in your mailbox that kind of looks like this. And it says to continue creating your USCIS account, you must confirm your email address, and then you go ahead and click on that link. Okay, and that'll help you create your account. All right, so back to here, and we're going to go ahead and I'm going to sign in the email that I set up. And I signed in. This is a temporary email address. And it's goessagroup@gmail.com, and my password is okay, and sign in. Remember to have a capital letter, lowercase, numbers, and a symbol somewhere in there, okay? And all right, so what happens now is you get a one-time password. Every time you sign in, you're going to get a one-time password, and you could have it sent to your mobile phone or you can have it sent to your email. So I just had it sent to my email. So then I'm going to go back to my email and find that one-time password, right? So there's always some type of, double, and you can see right here, verification. I have a one-time password, and this will only work one time, so I'm going to copy that. I'm back here, I'm going to paste it in there, and I'm going to submit. So then I'll be able to go ahead and start the form. All right, so let's see. There we go. So now my USCIS account has been set up. I'm going to file a form online. It says right there. You do the N-400 or to renew or replace your permanent resident card, the I-90. I'm going to do the N-400. Start form. Okay, so the first thing they're going to do is ask you if you are actually eligible to apply to become a U.S. citizen. So before they start the application, they're going to determine my eligibility. Determine my eligibility. Okay, so they will go through questions such as, are one or both of your parents a U.S. citizen? That would be a no, most likely. Right? How old are you? 18 or older? Are you a member of the U.S. Armed Forces? Okay, any of those, the U.S. Army, Navy, Air Force, etc. No. Are you a lawful permanent resident? Yes. When did you become a lawful permanent resident? Okay. Before July 2nd, 2013, between July 2nd, 2013 and July 2nd, 2015. This is if you're going to apply based on marriage. Okay. All right. And if it's sooner than 2015, you may not be eligible just yet. Okay, next. Have you left the United States in the past 5 years? I have gone on a few trips. Have any of your trips outside the United States been longer than 6 months? Nope. Okay. Have you moved in the past 3 months? Nope. Remember, when you are applying, you need to have been living where you are for at least 3 months. Okay. You may be eligible to apply for naturalization. Okay, so I passed the eligibility criteria. Right. I have been a lawful permanent resident for more than 5 years. So now I'm going to go to the application for naturalization, and here we are. Okay, before you start your application, it's going to go through the eligibility. Kind of, we just did that a little bit. The fee, if you are under 75 years old, the application fee is $725. This includes the $640 standard fee plus the $85 biometrics. If you're 75 years or older, there's no biometrics fee, so the application is $640. That's what it is right now. Always check the fees. Okay, filing online, you're going to gather all the information. The cost is the same information is needed. The documents, after you submit your application, you'll be able to track your case status online. Okay, you're going to respond to requests for information, provide your biometrics, attend your interview, and take the oath of allegiance. All right, next, completing your form. Okay, we're going to go through some of these questions. You're going to provide as many responses as you can. They automatically will save your responses. Okay, when you go to the new page or navigate to another section of the form, they'll save your information for 30 days from today. After you start your form, you can sign into your account to continue where you left off. Here's some privacy notices, the Paperwork Reduction Act burden disclosure. Okay, and security reminder, if you do not work on your application for more than 30 days, we will delete your data in order to prevent storing personal information indefinitely. Okay, start the application. Been a lawful permanent resident for more than 5 years. Next. Okay, so you can see there it's saving your response. Is someone assisting you with completing this application? Nope, doing it on my own. Okay, and each one it saves. Okay, given name, middle name, family name. What is your current legal name? The name on your birth certificate, unless it changed after birth by legal action like marriage or a court order. Don't put any nicknames here. Okay. Have you used any other name since birth? So if you did yes, like especially a nickname, you or if you got married and changed your name and you have a maiden name, you can go ahead and click yes and put that there. You could add as many as you need if you need to add a name. Okay? Would you like to legally change your name? Now is a good time. If you want to legally change your name, you can do that right here on the form. Okay, I'm going to click no, and I'm going to do next. Saving my responses, even if I didn't add anything in there. Okay, my mobile phone number, my daytime phone number, the evening phone number. You could put in as many phone numbers as you need, and your email address. What is your current mailing address? We will use your current mailing address to contact you throughout the naturalization process. We may not be able to contact you if you do not provide a complete and valid address. So make sure you put that there. Okay? Don't put, okay, and then there's instructions for P.O. box numbers, students, spouses of U.S. citizens employed abroad, things like that. So don't provide a P.O. box number unless it's absolutely your only address. Okay? And domestic violence victims, that is, you're not required to disclose the confidential address of a shelter or safe house. Okay, so that's a little bit different. All right, next. Oh, it won't let me go on because you need to provide your current mailing address. Let me see if that'll. Oh, saving response. I did skip it. What is your date of birth? What is your country of birth? Next. Okay, it's telling me again because I didn't put anything in there. Saving my responses. What is your country of citizenship or nationality? Okay, provide the name of your country as it currently exists, where you are currently a citizen or a national. On what date did you become a lawful permanent resident? Okay, go ahead and put the date, month, day, year. Month first, then day, then year. Okay, what is your name exactly as appears on your permanent resident card? Even if it's misspelled, put it exactly as it appears on your permanent resident card. And then your A number, the A number that's located on your permanent resident card. Okay? All right, next. All right, what is your U.S. Social Security number? You can click here if you do not have a Social Security number. Okay, what is your U.S. CIS online account number? And you can click here if you do not have one. You would have one if you already maybe applied online for your for a renewal of your green card, something like that. You would have a online account number. Okay, next. Okay, what is your gender? Female, male. What is your ethnicity? Hispanic or Latino? Not Hispanic or Latino. Okay, and Hispanic or Latino refers to a person of Cuban, Mexican, Puerto Rican, South or Central American, or other Spanish culture or origin, regardless of race. Okay, and then here you go. What is your race? Select all that apply. Your race is different from your ethnicity and should reflect your geographical origins. White, Asian, Black or African American, American Indian or Alaska Native, Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander. Yeah. What is your height? What is your weight? What is the color of your eyes? What is the color of your hair? Okay. So I'm just going through these pretty quickly so you can get an idea of what they're going to ask you. I live at my current mailing address. You can check there. When did you move here? Okay, and so from, to, and you see it says present. So you're currently living there now. Okay, and then here's your residence history. All right, you must provide your current physical address. And then here you will add your addresses. Okay, where else have you lived during the last 5 years? And what I notice here is you're going to have to add the from and then to date and make sure there are no gaps in between those 5 years. Okay, the country, the address, which is the street number and name, city, town, state, zip code, county, and you're going to add a physical address, not a PO box number, okay, unless it's the only address. And the most important thing is they're going to want continuity of your addresses, otherwise they won't. So this is going to be all filled out, 2013 through 2018. If there's any gaps, they will reject that. Okay, and let's see. Other thing you need, see it says I'm missing information because I didn't put it in. All right, so you make sure you have full residence history for the last 5 years or 3, based if you're doing based on marriage. Same is going to apply here. Where have you worked or attended school, full-time or part-time, during the last 5 years? And you're going to put here the information where you've gone to school, where you've worked, and you're going to keep adding and make sure there are no gaps in the last 5 years. Okay. Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces? Nope. Are you currently a member of the U.S. Armed Forces? Nope. Okay. Are you a male who lived in the United States at any time between your 18th and 26th birthdays? I am not, but I'm going to say yes and see to show you if you do have yes, did you register for the Selective Service? And if I type in yes, it's going to ask you what date and what your Selective Service number is. All right. Have you taken a trip outside the United States in the last 5 years? Yep. That means trips lasting longer than 24 hours, and visits to Canada and Mexico count. Okay, so then you're going to list all trips of 24 hours or longer that you have taken. You're going to need those dates, the date you left, the date you returned, and the countries you traveled, okay, for the last 5 years, right? You could add as many trips as you need, okay? You could see your travel history, add trip, and then it's going to tell you your total days outside the U.S. during the last 5 years. It's going to give you a total day amount, and you can't go over a certain amount of days outside the U.S. Without having special permission, because you might be in danger of losing your permanent residence. Okay, that's the continuous residence part, or the physical presence. Do you have a physical or developmental disability or mental impairment that prevents you from demonstrating your knowledge and understanding of the English language and or civics requirements for naturalization? This is if you need to apply for a disability exception, okay? And your disability impairment must affect your ability to read, write, or speak the English language, okay? So that's something you can decide. I don't here, and I'm going to keep going. Are you requesting an accommodation because of your disability and or impairments? No. Okay. No. Okay, what is your current marital status? All right, I'll see what happens here. If I put married, then they're going to ask for your current spouse's legal name. Okay, given name, middle name, family name. Okay. On what date did you marry your current spouse? What is your current spouse's date of birth? Has your current spouse ever used a previous legal name? Has your current spouse used any other name since birth? Okay, and you see if you type in yes, it's going to just ask you to add more information. What is your current spouse's current address? You could type in, or you can select my spouse's current address is the same as my current address. All right. Is your current spouse a U.S. citizen? If you do yes, it's going to ask you when they became a permanent citizen, a U.S. citizen, things like that. They just keep asking you questions depending on whether you type in yes or no. Is your current spouse a current member of the U.S. Armed Forces? Where is your current spouse currently employed? Okay. Have you been married previously? If you type in yes, you will have to list. Yep. What is your prior spouse's legal name? Same thing there. You're going to have to find out that information or recall that information. Same for your spouse. Let's see. When were you married to your prior spouse? So you're going to go back into the history. How did that other marriage end? Okay. If you did divorce, you're going to need to provide evidence that that was actually ended. Okay. What is your prior spouse's date of birth? What is your prior spouse's country of birth? What is your prior spouse's country of citizenship, nationality? What was your prior spouse's immigration status when your marriage ended? Okay. You could add as many prior spouses as you have. All right. Saving responses. And now to your current spouse. Your current spouse been married previously. It's going to go through the same things. Your current spouse, if your current spouse was married previously, they'll ask the same questions about their previous spouse, and they'll want to know how it ended and have evidence. Okay. Do you have any children? Blah, 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 blah. Yes, no. Okay. This includes all children, even current stepchildren, children who are alive, missing, or deceased, children born in the United States or in other countries, legally adopted children, children born when you were not married. Okay, all of your children. Okay, next. Were your parents married before your 18th birthday? Okay, is your mother a U.S. citizen? Is your father a U.S. citizen? Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen in writing or any other way? That's a big no. Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Probably not. Have you ever voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Nope. Okay. Do you now have or did you ever have a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country? No. Okay. Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes? Hopefully not. Have you ever not filed a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident? Nope. Have you ever called yourself a non-U.S. resident on a federal, state, or local tax return since you became a lawful permanent resident? No. Okay. All right, let's see. Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or been confined to a mental institution? Nope. Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the United States or in any other location in the world? Well, yeah. I was a member of the parent-teacher organization at my child's school. So I will write PTA at Jones Elementary. Spelled elementary wrong. Okay, group purpose. Parent-teacher organization to help in schools. Okay. All right. I'm currently a member from where, things like that. Okay. So people get scared of this question because they think they're fishing for something, and they are, but they want to know what organizations you're involved in, and organizations such as the PTA or the Girl Scouts, or involvement in professional organizations, that all goes to, you're involved in your community, you're involved in the homeowners association. It's okay. It's good. Okay. All right. You could keep adding, add as many as you need there. Okay, have you ever been a member of or in any way associated, either directly or indirectly, with the Communist Party? No. Have you ever been a member of or in any way associated, either directly or indirectly, with any other totalitarian party? Hopefully not. Have you ever been a member of or in any way associated, either directly or indirectly, with a terrorist organization? Okay. Need to answer these questions. Have you ever advocated, either directly or indirectly, the overthrow of any government by force or violence? Have you ever persecuted, either directly or indirectly, any person because of race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion? Between March 23, 1933 and May 8, 1945, did you work for or associate in any way, either directly or indirectly, with the Nazi government of Germany? Between March 23, 1933 and May 8, 1945, did you work for or associate in any way, either directly or indirectly, with any government in any area occupied by, allied with, or established with the help of the Nazi government of Germany? Between March 23, 1933 and May 8, 1945, did you work for or associate in any way, either directly or indirectly, with any German, Nazi, or SS military unit, paramilitary unit, self-defense unit, vigilante unit, citizen unit, police unit, government agency or office, extermination camp, concentration camp, prisoner of war camp, prison, labor camp, or transit camp? Okay, so if those answers are no, then it's what it is. It's no. If the answers are yes, you will need to explain. I guess every single one of these. Were you ever involved in any way with genocide? Okay. Were you ever involved in any way with torture? Were you ever involved in any way with killing or trying to kill someone? Were you ever involved in any way with badly hurting or trying to hurt a person on purpose? Were you ever involved in any way with forcing or trying to force someone to have any kind of sexual contact or relations? Were you ever involved in any way with not letting someone practice his or her religion? Okay, next. Were you ever a member of, or did you ever serve in, help, or otherwise participate in a military unit? Were you ever a member of, or did you ever serve in, help, or otherwise participate in a paramilitary unit, which is a group of people who act like a military group but are not part of the official military? Okay. Were you ever a member of, or did you ever serve in, help, or otherwise participate in a police unit? Were you ever a member of, or did you ever serve in, help, or otherwise participate in a self-defense unit? Were you ever a member of, or did you ever serve in, help, or otherwise participate in a vigilante unit? A vigilante unit is a group of people who act like the police but are not part of the official police. Okay. Were you ever a member of, or did you ever serve in, help, or otherwise participate in a rebel group? Okay. Were you ever a member of, or did you ever serve in, help, or otherwise participate in a guerrilla group? A guerrilla group is a group of people who use weapons against or otherwise physically attack the military, police, government, or other people. Were you ever a member of, or did you ever serve in, help, or otherwise participate in a militia? Militia is an army of people that's not part of the official military. Were you ever a member of, or did you ever serve in, help, or otherwise participate in an insurgent organization, a group that uses weapons and fights against the government? Okay, so this goes on and on. All of this has to do with your moral character. It's going on about the prison camps, or it will ask you about any criminal background. Okay, so you can see up here, you did getting started, about you, your family. You're going through moral character here. These are all the questions relating to good moral character. Okay, all right. Okay, so there's a lot of those questions in moral character. Shoot me any questions about that below. All right, and then you're going to go to the next section, which is crimes and offenses. And again, if any of the questions on this page apply to you, you must answer yes, even if your records have been sealed, expunged, or otherwise cleared. You must disclose this information, even if anyone, including a judge, law enforcement officer, or attorney, told you that it no longer constitutes a record, or told you that you do not have to disclose this information. So, this is going to go through all of your criminal background. Have you ever committed, assisted in committing, or attempted to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? Okay, not arrested. Okay, have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer? Detained means stopped and held for a while. And this is for any reason. Okay, and that could be from an immigration official at customs, or it could be stopping because you went through a red light and the police officer stopped you. So you're going to have to disclose all this information. Okay, remember they will be doing background checks, so you want to be honest. Okay. Have you ever been a habitual drunkard? Have you ever been a prostitute or procured anyone for prostitution? Have you ever sold or smuggled controlled substances, illegal drugs, or narcotics? All right, again, this all goes toward good moral character. Okay, keep going. Okay. Have you ever been, now we're going through the moral character part still, but now the immigration proceedings. Have you ever been removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? Have you ever been ordered removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? Okay. Go through that. Have you ever been court-martialed? Now this is military. So yes or no based on military, if you were ever discharged or disciplined, things like that for the military. Okay, and still military, more military. All right, now we're going to attachment to the U.S. Constitution. Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? Hopefully that's a yes. Okay. I was wondering what it would do if it, okay. So if you say no, it's going to have a box right there. It says provide an explanation. Okay, good. I got it. All right. Do you understand the full oath of allegiance? Yes. Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? Yes. The oath of allegiance is a promise to be loyal to the United States. Okay, if the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces? Some people here, for the going back here to the bearing arms part, bearing arms means to fight and use a weapon, use a gun. Some religions don't allow you to use a gun or fight that way. So if the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? If you do put no, you're going to provide an explanation about your religion, and then you're also going to have to submit evidence from your temple or church or a place of worship, mosque or whatever that goes from, okay? You will need to provide evidence. All right, so you go through those. All right. Okay, so the next part is your evidence. Okay, so you will need to provide evidence here. You're going to have to upload your permanent resident card. Okay, your marriage certificate. Okay, any additional evidence to support your application. Evidence of your name change, evidence of the end of your prior marriages, additional evidence you want to provide. If you had any tax issues, things like that, and you're okay now, you can provide that evidence. Also bring it with you. Okay. Save responses. You're going to check your application. You're going to review your whole application before you submit it. So it'll bring you back and you'll have to review. And I had a lot of blank spaces. So it's going to, have all these red marks. So you'll be able to see, you're going to have these red marks of where things, are not provided. So it's not going to allow me to submit because there's so much that's not provided in here. Okay. All right. And that's about it. Walked you through a little bit of how that online works. And let me know if you have any questions. And hopefully this new online application will move the process a little faster since it's all way backed up right now. All right. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your comments or questions below. Thanks.